And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's bring up the two women who will square off here at the Caribe Royale Resort on Friday night. A lot of bad blood has been building up over the last few weeks, but you don't need me to tell you about it. I'm sure they're going to have plenty to say right now. Let's welcome to the stage. She is 13-0 with 11 knockouts. Please welcome the Sweet Terminator, Shadasia Green. You're right there on the outside. And her opponent, she is the former, undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, the heavy-hitting diva, Franchón Dezurn. Shadasia, we'll start with you. Obviously, a big opportunity for you on Friday night. How do you feel going into this world title match?
I feel great. It's been a long time coming. I paid my dues to the sport. This matchup was supposed to be some time ago, but it's finally here. And I feel amazing and I'm ready to go. Thanks to MVP, Jake Paul, and Nikisa for making this happen. This is a dream come true.
Franchón, obviously you're the former super middleweight champion of the world. A chance to get some titles back around your waist on Friday. Where are you mentally right now? You showed up. You're not going to talk? All right. Shadasia, that means you've got to carry the load here. Yesterday, she made an interesting comment on an interview she did. She said, I move in love, Shadasia moves in hate. I don't deal with that negative energy. What's your reaction to that?
It's no reaction. You know, those are her sentiments. I've forgiven Franchón for, you know, everything she's done in the past, so I can compete with the level head. She know what she did, you know, as far as upcoming to this event, but it doesn't matter anymore. The contract is signed, the belt is on the line, and here we are.
11 knockouts and 13 wins. Is that your goal for this fight? Stop her?
Absolutely. That's what I do. That's what the Sweet Terminator is named after. If the knockout is there, I'm going for it.
Some people feel you have somewhat similar styles. Do you see any similarities between you and Franchón boxing-wise?
Absolutely not. Not to take anything away from Franchón, she's a great fighter. Respects to her, what she's done for the sport, what she does do well. She's good at it. But I'm a boxer and a puncher, and my record shows that. I have the technical skills, the technical abilities. I can do it all, so, you know.
What did I do to you?
Where's the poster?
What did I do to you? This is your time to say what I did to you.
You want to know what you did to me?
Yeah.
We were teammates on the USA team, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? Kazakhstan? 2016 World Championships?
Yeah.
You remember spitting on me?
I remember that you disrespected me and we had an opportunity to fight.
But she had no knowledge. She had no knowledge. She moved with love.
No.
You moved with love. You don't remember spitting on me?
No. Do you remember trying to embarrass me for supporting women's boxing?
I remember asking
I don't know what you're talking about.
I remember asking you if you were with Team USA because you were bigging up one of Clarissa Shields' opponents. And
people that I had
history
with, people that I've competed at the World Tournament since 2005 with, supporting all women's boxing.
Okay, so
all women's boxing.
You asked me a question and I just answered it.
Yeah,
you said that I remember embarrassing you and disrespecting you, so I just told you where that might have came from. Do you remember spitting on me while I was getting on the elevator?
I remember we had a conversation in a lobby where you had plenty of space and opportunity to get any issue you had with me out, and you opted not to. There were plenty of witnesses there.
Do you remember spitting on me though?
Do I remember you stepping in my face?
Do you remember me getting on the elevator and you said, you know what I think of you when you spitting on me?
I remember you stepping in my face.
So you don't remember spitting on me?
I remember you embarrassing me in front of people for supporting women's boxing.
Understood.
For supporting women's boxing, and I remember me talking to you in private as you tried to embarrass me in front of people, talking to you in private. And I gave you space and opportunity to do what you felt you need to do.
Okay,
and now
so
we have the opportunity this December 15th.
Okay. And I'm appreciative. So I'm glad you're here.
But guess what?
And I forgive you. I forgive you, even if you don't admit it.
When you fought, I still cheered for you.
I still cheer for you too.
And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. When you talk about Team USA is a family. I represent this country, right? And if we have issues, we deal with them. There was plenty years. If you wanted to talk about that, we could have talked about that. And even in this situation, I've never bashed you coming up. I've been focused on what I have to focus on.
Well, Franchon, if we being honest,
you could have plenty.
If we being honest, Franchon, there's plenty of interviews where you act like you don't even know who I am.
You don't like me. What do you want me to do? And I never did that. I said you are an ambitious competitor.
There's so many interviews where you act like you never heard of Shadasia Green.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything. I want you to step into the ring Friday night, December 15th. I'm praying to God that you are at your best. And we will put on the show. Thank you, and I appreciate that. Thank you. All is forgiven.
It's nothing to forgive.
All is forgiven.
It's nothing to forgive.
Okay.
You have something to eat, like I said before. If that's what gets you going, fine. Whatever you got to do to feel good and sleep at night, that's fine.
You did say that you took the hard road getting to where you are, and that she took the easy road by having fights in Colombia.
That's her journey. That's what she felt she needed to do. That's the thing. Winners focus on winning, right? That's all I've ever done in my career. I've always betted on myself and focused on getting where I need to get to. Honestly, if I wouldn't even bet on myself and focused on my journey, she wouldn't maybe have had an opportunity. She probably would have got there sometime, but every step that was made that I did, other women before me, other women with me, created these opportunities for both of us. So I don't know what else she wants from me. We just going to get it on.
As for the fight itself, is she on your level? I mean, you're a former undisputed champion. Do you feel like she's on your level?
Whatever she feels, the narrative that's been presented, she's a good fighter. She's ambitious. She can fight. I mean, she got 13 fights. What do you want me to say?
I did look at the Las Vegas lines, and they had her as a 7-1 favorite against you.
I don't even know how that stuff works. I'm being honest.
That means if you bet $1 on you, you get $7. And you have to bet $7.
Y'all better bet on me, get some money.
Are you surprised that you're a big betting favorite against a former world champion like that?
I'm not surprised, but again, I would be a fool to sit up here and make it seem like Franchon is not a force to be reckoned with. She's a former undisputed world champion. So even though you look on the betting odds and you see me up, you know, there's a lot of people in the boxing world who do not want me to win this fight.
Same here.
There's a lot of people in you know, my partners, and you know.
Why don't they want you to win the fight?
Let me just say this. Franchon, you know, I understand what she says she had the hard way up, but honestly, I've had it harder than everybody.
You can't say that.
I honestly have.
You can't say that.
But Franchon is known. She's been on the platforms, and it wasn't. And I'm gonna stand tall on this. If it wasn't for Nikisa and Jake Paul and MVP, I would not be here. They gave me that opportunity, and I'm gonna make sure that I take well advantage of it. I was Franchon mandatory for 2 years, and what she did was she went and fought Savannah Marshall, who now I was Savannah Marshall's mandatory. Now she's quoting on MVP saying she's got Franchon because Savannah Marshall don't want to see me neither. So at the end of the day, I had it harder than everybody.
Can I say something?
I was her mandatory. We could have got it on. It was ordered. She took the belts to 160.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Since we talking honesty, hasn't it been plenty of times where I reached out to you outside of social media and tried to speak to you and let you know, like, things that was going on? It was business. The people that represent you is who you needed to speak to. As far as me fighting Savannah,
Franchon, you told me that my team dropped the ball. You told me that my manager, that Nikisa and MVP dropped the ball. That's what you told me.
I'm going to tell you. When you
That's what you DM'd me on Instagram and said.
Listen to me. Listen, I'm going to tell you, and I have texts and everything to back it up.
We don't have each other's number. Remember, I'm not a part of the family.
I'm talking about with your managers.
Okay.
And trying to make and this is real honest to God. This is why I said we need to have a conversation. When you fought, mind you, this fight with Savannah was in the making since October previous, before you became the mandatory. This is fact. When I went over to the UK to fight.
So when did I fight Aline to become?
You fought February of 2022.
So when was the fight with Savannah?
2023.
When was the fight with Savannah?
No, when Savannah fought Clarissa.
Okay.
When I went over there, we were already putting the fight into the works. When you fought,
you think that was fair though?
No,
she fought at 160.
Listen. Can you understand
I'm
how the business works?
168. You 168.
When you fought in February 3rd, we approached
February
Mike.
4th.
February 3rd. My manager approached your manager, Mike, and tried to make the fight. We have communications after that.
Your manager, Peter Kahn, approached my manager, who?
Yes, Mike, who represents MVP.
Okay.
We had conversations. We have text messages. He knew what was on the table. We said, okay, are we going to make the fight with Shadasia and Franchon? At that time, MVP did not have a platform or a network and gave the okay for us to fight. And I will send you those texts. This is me talking to you.
Well, the fight is here.
I will send you
December
those
15th
texts so you talk
at the
to them
Caribbean
about
Royale.
that.
And it's time.
It's fun.
It's time.
All right,
You
let's
wanna
get one
go out,
final.
and
Let's
that's
get one
what
final word
matters.
for both you guys. Obviously, I can't wait to see these two women punch each other in the face, and you can do that on Friday night. Let's start with the former champ. What's going to happen on Friday night?
Listen, at the end of the day, don't test my gangster. Don't test my character. I'll keep it straight 100 with you, and we're going to fight December 15th. I showed
ma'am.
up, I'm putting up, and I'm going to show out.
Okay.
And Shadasia, your final thoughts.
You know, this is the most you've ever heard the sweet Terminator talk, gifted that name by Jake Paul. I don't do too much talking. When I get in the ring, my hands do the talking, and that's what's going to happen. Friday, it's my night. I paid my dues. I'm ready. I will be your WBC World Super Middleweight World Champion, as I should have been. That's all I got to say.
Let's give them both a round of applause, everybody.
We'll see.
Cannot wait for this
We'll
one.
see.